All right, so let me move this out of the way. We're going to get rolling here. Do you guys, let me move my chat screen out of the way there. Um, can all of you guys like open up a PDF and annotate it? Like, do you guys all have like annotate with Cami? I'm hoping like everybody, I think probably has done that from your recent school experiences, etc. So I'm going to share some stuff with you today on Google Classroom and have you like do your homework and stuff. I'm just going to share a PDF and hopefully you'll be able to open it up, type your stuff, annotate it, essentially put your marks on it, save it, and then turn it into Classroom. So guys, we're going to start off. Today with the list of Spanish verbs, and hopefully this is somewhat a review. But if it's not a big deal. You guys need to take some notes today. You guys need to write this list of vocabulary words down. And whether you want to do that on your screen or if you want to do it with a piece of paper or pencil, however you guys want to do that, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and we will do this. And then I'm just going to go make a Google Doc of my out of my drive, and we're just going to make this list of, this won't take us very long. It's actually a rather long list. It's 30 words, but it'll go pretty quickly. All we're going to focus on is just the definitions. And again, we've, with you guys, this is the same list that we've hit once or twice before. So hopefully they're at least relatively familiar to you. Let's start off with, I'm just going to put a heading in here that says Spanish 3 verbs. And then we will do, can you guys all see that okay? Let me zoom in here a little bit. So we're going to start off with the list of Ar verbs. And there are 10 of them. So we're going to do, let me find my list here. The first one is viajar. And that means, I'm just going to do like a colon and then the definition for it, which is to travel. And tell me if I'm going too quickly. We're going to do hablar, which is to speak. Just to remind you guys, or if you don't know or aren't familiar, remember that all of these, so these are all going to end with the last two letters are going to be AR. And all that means in English is, that means to, and then whatever the verb itself is. In this case, it's to travel or to speak. Our third one is cantar, which is to sing. 4 is estudiar, to study. Next one is escuchar, which is to listen to. Then we have trabajar, to work. Visitar, which is to visit. Which is to need. And then tocar, which is to, this one's got different meanings, to knock, touch, or play. That's like play music, not games and sports. And I left one off the list. Oh, bailar, which is to dance. Those look familiar to anyone? Good. Like I said, with us trying to keep this relatively simple, I'm hoping that this is review and this is relatively easy for you. I know we've hit some of these in the past and we've gone pretty in depth. As a matter of fact, we did some stuff that I would normally teach in like a Spanish 3 class with some of our verbs in the past. I think last year we did a little bit, but not much. So we'll see how this goes. But like I said, for right now, all we're doing is just trying to get those definitions so we can associate the Spanish word, viajar or estudiar, or whatever it might be, with what that meaning is. Okay, so let's do our list of ER verbs. Oops. Scroll that. Unmute yourself and yell at me or whatever if I scroll too far. So again, the only difference between these obviously is that they're going to be an ER instead of an AR. Say that again, I'm sorry. Everybody's good? Okay, well, no. We'll come back and deal with this after we get the list down. Let's just get the list down first. So our first ER verb is going to be vender, which is to sell. Romper, which is to break. We will do responder. Looks just like the word responder, but it's pronounced responder. That's to respond. Leer is to read. Creer. That one is to believe. Correr, which is to run. Deber. Somebody unmute yourself. Anybody remember what deber was? Anybody remember?
To owe.
Yeah, to owe. And it also means we're going to do a second meaning with it as well, which is also, okay, remember, this is kind of strange, but bear with me, to should. So like in English, when we're trying to say, I should study for the test tomorrow, or I should go to the grocery store for more milk or whatever, we have to use that verb followed by whatever verb that we say that we should doing. Don't write this, but so like, for example, if I want to say I should study for the test, I would say, yo debo estudiar para el examen. So we have to use this verb to say basically what I should do, followed by whatever it is that I should be doing, the actual action. All right, let me get that out of the way. Let's go back to our list here. Deber. What do we have? 3 left. Comer, which is to eat. Then we do beber, to drink. Finally, aprender, which is to learn. Anybody have difficulties on your, if you're on a Chromebook or whatever you're on, anybody have difficulties with your autocorrect? If you do, there's a relatively easy fix. You just have to go in and add the Spanish dictionary to it so that it knows. And a lot of times the autocorrect will think you're spelling things wrong. Okay, let's keep moving here through. Again, tell me if I scroll too far. Let's do our last list, which would be our list of IR verbs. These are verbs that end with IR. We start with vivir, which is to live. We do abrir, which is to open. We do asistir, to attend. That one's a tricky one because we always think it means to assist, but it doesn't. We do cubrir, which is to cover. Decidir, which is to decide. Describir, which is to describe. Escribir, which is to write. Cumplir, which is to complete. It also means relatively like the same thing as like finishing something. In Spanish, we use the verb cumplir when we talk about, like if you say, I have a birthday coming up, you say, I'm going to complete another year, essentially is what we say in Spanish. Yo cumplo 15 años, for example. 9 is recibir, and that's to receive. I before E except after C. And subir, which is to climb. I'm going to go rename this real quick. There we go. Okay, if everybody's got the list and we're good, we're ready to move on and kind of do some practice with those. If anybody needs me to scroll back up or down or whatever, let me know. Otherwise, we're going to move. Okay. I take your silence as that everybody's good. Okay, so hang on to that. Just leave it in your Google Drive. We will use it from time to time. So what we're going to do today is we're going to focus. We're going to do a little Pear Deck stuff and just do some like basic word association, trying to get those meanings down. And we're going to do this with Pear Deck. So what I'm going to do is start a Pear Deck and then have you guys join with a code, and we'll do some practice stuff. I am going to try and keep this. You guys will have a little practice thing that I'll put on Google Drive at the end, but I'm going to try and keep this to 45 minutes today. So what are we? We're at 10:20. Okay. So can I move this? I need to get to my Pear Deck tab. Here we go. Okay, so let me do this real quick. And I'm just going to leave my screen share on. All right, let's just do a, I'm just going to do this for a sec and make sure that you guys can get in. So you need to go open a new tab and you'll go to joinpd.com. And then this is the code, JJHPG. I can't remember how many of us are there total.
Seven students.
Say that again, Adrian. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
That's okay. We have 7 students here today.
I got you. Okay. I got you. Okay. Okay, so everybody is there. Let's move this out of the way. Let's go back to here. Okay, so just to start us off, can I please move this? To start us off, so I just have a blank screen there. Draw me a picture, guys, on your screen. Just draw me a picture. So again, we've used this Pear Deck before, but just so you're familiar with kind of how this works, on your screen, obviously, it will be some sort of interactive stuff. You can type, you can draw, you can do whatever. From my screen, which you guys are now seeing because I'm sharing my screen mode. So if I click like on show responses, we can see, I can see, and you can see the pictures that everybody has drawn, and we can compare our answers and whatnot. Oh no, this is like, let me guess. I can also lock your screens. So if I say, okay, we got 10 seconds, let's give me an answer, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If I click the lock screens button, obviously you guys can't then do anything until I unlock you again, and we can do a new prompt to go to a new question. So I can hide those responses, or I can show them and we can look at them. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Well, as a matter of fact, let's do a new prompt. We're gonna deal with those words that we just did the list for. Let's do some drawing. If I ask you guys to make me a picture for, let's do a picture of, let's do the verb necesitar. Necesitar. Think about what it means. Make me a picture. Let's see. I'll put it up on screen so you guys can see what people are doing. So how do we draw a picture that represents what that means without using letters? That's everybody's picture together. Yeah, see, like once you get an idea of one, it helps to see other people, what other people are drawing too. Like, so this one, for example, is amazing. And then once others see that and you get that idea, necesitar is to need. My favorite might have to be Cookie Monster.
Who did that one?
Who is this?
Kaylee. Nice job.
I saw the cookie and I thought that was going to be enough, but then clearly that's got to be Cookie Monster in there as well. So who else would need a cookie more than Cookie Monster? Is this a piece of pizza?
Of course it is.
Perfect.
Those are my hunger lines.
I like it. IDK, there you go. Sometimes your best answer is just, I don't know. No say. Okay, so let's do this again. We're gonna try to throw these out. Let me lock you guys out for just a sec. How about if we do, Okay, let's do a very simple one. Let's do another picture here. Let's do the verb escuchar. And we're going to draw a picture for this again. And this time you got 30 seconds. And I won't show until we finish. All right, so let's see what you got here as we logged you out. Very good. Almost everybody, yeah, went with some kind of music, some headphones. Very good. That's a rather large ear, but that's okay. Let's do, all right, let's do this in a different way. Okay, so this is going to say, share what you just learned, but don't worry about that. I just want you guys to type your answer here. Here's what I want you to do. So if I give you the verb, if I give you the verb romper, romper, I want you to come up with as many words as you can in 30 seconds that start with the letter R related to romper. Go. I'll go ahead and put them on screen. Romper, so think about what it means, and then come up with words that start with the letter R that match that. Drop these up on screen. Three, two, one. Very good. There we go. Romp, ruin, run. Yeah, run. Run breaks me. I hate running. I can't run. Ruin's a good one too. Okay, how about let's do the same thing again. How about let's do an AR verb like okay, let's do tocar. Let me do this. Let's do another prompt here. Same thing. 30 seconds. We're going to do the verb tocar. And let's do starting with a T for tocar. Remember, it's got 3 different meanings. Tuba, that's a good one. Very good. Good ones. Trumpet, trombone, tuba, lots of T's. Oh, tambourine, that's a good one. Take is even like that. You can find the match there for take. With our tocar, we're playing musical instruments. Anybody do anything? Oh, tink, that's a good sound. Tink, that's a good sound name. Tap, tickle, type, very good. Okay, let's do one more of these. How about, let's do a hard one, like, okay, here we go. We're gonna do the verb cumplir. Cumplir. So words that start with C related to cumplir. Let me pause this and run this again. 5, 4, 3. Very good. So most of us came up with the most common one, which would be complete. That's what it means. Somebody had compile. That was a good one. Somebody is on the ball. Somebody's a walking dictionary. Okay, let's try this a different way. Let's throw you guys out here with, I'm going to do the same thing, which we're going to use the prompt again where you can type. But this time, I want you to think about the list. I'm not going to, we'll do like 60 seconds, make it a little longer here. I want you to think about the list, and I want you to think about the one or ones that you have the most difficulty sort of associating, remembering. The ones that are hardest to remember what they mean. We always have the easy ones that are easy, but the hard ones, sometimes we need a little help to remember what they are. Let's run that for 60 seconds. Let's see the ones that you come up with. And again, you don't have to come up with a lot. Maybe it's just one or two. And I'm going to write these down as we go. Okay. So some of you guys came up with the same ones, but those are typically, again, when we're learning verbs and stuff, some of this pretty much the same 5 or 6 show up in there. Some of those, there are some things that we can do to sort of help us remember them. So for example, let's take the verb deber. Let me go back over here for a sec. So let's take the word let me make a new page.
Just hit Control Enter if you want to do that quickly.
Okay. So if we take the verb deber, which means to owe, it also means should. But if we're dealing with to owe, what's the most obvious thing that you guys think of that deals with to owe?
Debt.
Debt. Yeah. And debt, this always helps me to spell the word debt in English, because debt, we also have a debit card. And there is actually also the Spanish word débil, which is weak. The opposite of strong is kind of how you're feeling. That also ties back in there, medically speaking, when we go into Latin words and stuff that have ties in there. But debt and debit are the two easy things to sort of help, tie that into your mind. Now, if we go back in there, I'm going to go back into the Pear Deck, and let's do that word deber and let you guys draw some pictures that you can think of, kind of debt, debit, something. Let's see if we can do that with some drawing. Let me find my Pear Deck here. Where did my screen go? Oh, come on. Let me move this to the bottom. Let's do our let's do a drawing and let's do something with deber. Okay, let's see what you guys are coming up with. Yeah, we're getting some good. See, that's the kind of ideas that you have to be able to associate some sort of image or something in your mind that makes it easier to attach the two pieces together, what it means in English and what it means in Spanish, and sort of explain that in your brain. All right, so yeah, let's take a look at, like, even something as simple as this. We regret to inform you that you are behind in your payments. That's what debt is. Okay. Here we go. Somebody's got a picture with no money. Even just something as simple as a dollar sign, or is that a house? Some kind of money, something that helps us to remember what that is. Another one. Let's do another one off of a couple of the ones. I just want to do like two more of these real quick. Words that you said you guys had difficulty with. Let me lock you out here for a sec. So let's do the same thing with the word. So let's do the word creer, which means to believe. Same thing. Let's draw, or you can also write words if you want. So creer means to believe. What kinds of things do you think of that help you sort of make that bridge between creer and to believe? What do the Spanish and English words have in common that help you to remember that? Let's put your responses here so we can see. Yeah. Perfect. All right, 10 seconds. We're going to lock you out. Those are really good. Perfect. Okay, so let's lock you guys out here. So that's like, I don't know who this is, but obviously the word creed, if you know the word creed, a creed is something that you believe in. Somebody, if you're into video games, somebody said Assassin's Creed, or movie. Assassin's Creed. Somebody had religion. We had a fairy over there. Somebody else said, so this picture also had the word create, which is not exactly the same, but you're going to create based on what you believe. If that's something that you can associate in your own mind, guys, not everybody learns and remembers things the same way. So if for you think of, well, I create based on what I believe, and if that makes the association in your mind to remember what that word means, that's what you do. Whatever works best in your head. Now this picture, just having a picture of a person thinking with a thought bubble there, obviously that's, thinking about what you believe in, your beliefs, your creed. So there you go. All right, let's, I'm going to end this session. I'm going to log you guys out of there for a sec. So let me end this. We have about 5 minutes here. So let's go back. I'm going to leave my screen share on, and let's look at let me find my list. So this is what we're going to do. Well, there goes my telephone ringing in the background. Somebody trying to sell me something. So this is what we're going to do for your guys' homework for this week. Just real quick, with those 30 verbs, let me open this up. And this may be familiar. I think that we might have done this a couple of years ago or something similar to it. All it is, at the bottom, you're going to have all 30 of those words that we did, and then we're going to try to find them somewhere in the search. All you guys will need to do is, again, if everybody's familiar with using Cami here, I just want to walk you through the process real quick. So we're going to open this with, click the Open With button. Actually, I'm going to do this real quick. Just make sure this works correctly. Let's open this in a new window. You guys will all get your own copy of this from Google Classroom.
Will it work as long as we can draw lines on it and save it and
Yeah.
edit it?
Yeah, I'm going to show you, like, again, if you guys have your own personal experiences of what works for you, but within the realm of Cami, this is what I know to work, and this is going to be the easiest way that I know to have you guys essentially open this PDF, write on it with your marks, and then turn it into me on Google Classroom. So once you have it there, we're going to click Open With, Annotate with Cami. It might take a sec. So once you have your Cami, once you have your document opened with Cami, obviously we can zoom in and out just up here so that we can see it better or worse, whatever we need to do. Across the left-hand side, you're going to have your tools. Again, this is just a word search where you're trying to find them. So I'm just going to use the drawing tool. I'll just go right here. I'll use pink for my color. So with that drawing tool, you can just use your, it's like a pencil, you can just use your finger or do what you need to do. Once you go find a word, let's say it's here, you can do it like this. You know how you do a word search. Or if you prefer to do it like just draw a line through it or whatever, wherever you find your words. Ooh, that's kind of crooked. Guys, these will go up and down. They will go back and forth, sideways, left, right. They will go every which way. Just when you get it all done, let's say we're finished now. So then what you'll need to do, we will come over here and click on the Save button. And it's going to ask you some different options here. Just make sure that you, we want to click probably on, we probably want to do advanced export so that you guys can name it, because it's going to have its original name, but I want each of you to have your own name on it. So click on advanced export. Here you can tell it, we want to click this option, which the annotations is the things that, the markings that you put on top of it. We want to use that option. We're going to tell it we want to save it into the Google Drive. And then the file name is right here. We want to make sure we just go, I don't know, name it like your name. And then if you want to select the specific folder that you want to save it into, this is where the folder is where you're going to go get it from your Google Drive and then turn it in on Classroom. So you could select a specific folder that you want to go through into your Google Drive find that folder wherever you wanted to save it to. Let me get out of here. Click on whatever folder you wanted to save it into. Say you wanted to put it into Classroom. I'll do this. Spanish 3. When you go to select the folder, this is the one thing that does get a little confusing. When you go to select the folder that you want to use, if you double click that folder, there's not going to be the option to save, because you just have to single click on the folder that you want to choose and then click select. And then once you've got your settings, you just hit begin export. I'm not going to do that because it'll save my changes or my marks on there, so I'm not going to do that right now. But then once you've done that, you will then go into your Google Classroom, click on, where are my classes? Just go find your document and attach it there to your Google Classroom assignment, okay? Let me open this up real quick. Just make sure that didn't save. So, and again, if you guys have any, the main thing is make sure that once you have found your list, once you have found your words and you have done all of your markings, make sure that you get that saved with annotations into your Google Drive. Once it's there, you can find it pretty easily, as long as you give it a specific name. Like I said, you guys are all going to get your own copy. When you open it up, it'll open your own copy up. But when you save your markings, give it a specific name that's specific to you, so it won't be the same name as everybody else's. You'll be able to find it in your Google Drive. And then from your Google Classroom, you guys, I think, know the process here. From your classwork, view assignment, we would click on, I don't know if I have a place where I can turn something in. I don't. Anyway, you guys would click on the specific assignment, and then you have that little option there that says attach your work, and then go to your folder and find your document and attach it there. Okay, let's come back to, let me turn my screen share off here. Stop my screen share. Let's see you guys. So anybody have any questions there? How we're going to do that? So I'm going to go share that to you guys right now on Classroom. As a matter of fact, while we're sitting here, let's go put it in your classroom. And assign. Okay, so it is on your Google Classroom there. If you guys want to go to your Google Classroom, get it open. Let's just make sure everybody can get it open. And then if everybody's good to go, then we can kind of finish up here. And let me know, speak up, raise your hand, do whatever you need to do if you are having difficulties with it.
I thought Brielle gave a thumbs up. Is it working for everybody else?
Yeah, okay.
Mine shows the markings that you made.
Okay, let me show you real quick. I thought that it might do that. Okay, let me show you real quick what you can do. Okay. Let me share my screen. If you select the so Brittany, the top tool here, the select annotation tool here, you can just grab that and drag over stuff. And then you can just
Wait.
hit the trash can and delete it.
Okay.
And
I
if
can't
it,
see your screen. Do you see what he's talking about, Brittany?
No, I don't.
The document
Carry on.
my assignment on Google Classroom has some of your annotating on it.
can you guys see my screen? No, wait.
No.
Sorry. Okay. So you guys should be able to, hopefully, like you guys are seeing my markings on the screen, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so try this real quick. The top tool here, which is the, click on the little arrow and then come down right here to the select annotations tool. And then you can, with that tool, you can click and drag over something that you've annotated, and then you should be able to delete it, I hope.
Yeah, I figured it out.
Okay.
I got it.
Nice. Anybody else having a problem with that? Did everybody get logged in okay? Give me a thumbs up.
If anybody's not good. Okay. Okay, guys. Nick, I can't see you, but obviously I'm hoping you'll unmute and say if you're having troubles. Okay. So that's our list. That's our set of words that we're going to deal with. And we will do a, it's like the game that we played last time. We'll probably do one of those, try to spend 10 or 15 minutes playing a little bit of a game with them for next week. We might even do a little bit of win, lose, or draw with them. I should come up with some good prizes. Okay, guys, if nobody has any other questions, we'll get out of here and move forward.